good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your favorite English bulletin, The News. We are broadcasting live from Toyota Studios here in Lomé. Here are the headlines. As Togo steps into 2026, the country's key leaders from the arms of government, state institutions, and key stakeholders of the nation gathered to offer New Year's wishes to the President of the Council for Esazana Nyasingbe. The various authorities offered their greetings and good wishes of health, peace, and prosperity to the President of the Council as the nation prepares to welcome the New Year 2026. Thousands of vulnerable households continue to receive financial support as the President of the Council for Esazana Nyasingbe has rolled out the National Cash Transfer Program. The initiative, part of a broader social protection strategy, seeks to improve living conditions across the country. Today we'll bring you more on its launch in the Savannah region. Stay with us. It is always a pleasure to have you join us once again for this year 2025. Today in Lomé, specifically at the Marina Palace, the traditional New Year's wishes were presented to the President of the Council for Esazana Nyasingbe. Leaders of the various institutions of the Republic presented their New Year's wishes to him, sending messages of peace, health, and prosperity as Togo welcomes 2026. Let's take a look. And in the same vein, various members of government extended their New Year's greetings to the President of the Council for Esazana Nyasingbe, wishing him health, peace, and prosperity. Let's watch. Following the ministers and their deputies, the nation's leaders of security forces also conveyed their New Year's greetings to the President of the Council for Asasmnanya Singbe, extending wishes for well-being, harmony, and prosperity as Togo steps into 2026. Let's watch. Moving on to other stories, the cash transfer operation launched a few days ago delivers immediate support to thousands of vulnerable households. Initiated by the President of the Council for Assessment Singbe, this national social program seeks to improve, even moderately, the daily lives of different communities. For the launch of the operation in Dapang, Kwesi Glay reports.
Vous avez reçu un dépôt montant 25 000 francs CFA.
This ceremony marked the official launch of the cash transfer operation in the Savannah region. The funds are part of the National Social Protection Program, a strong commitment by the President of the Council to support vulnerable households. Abiba, 45 years, having received the successful deposit of 25,000 CFA francs, pledges to make responsive and effective use of the money received. The National Social Protection Program aims to strengthen social inclusion, national cohesion, and peace. It is structured around three complementary components: cash transfers for vulnerable households, employment, particularly youth, and the empowerment of women. In the Savannah region alone, more than 150,000 people are enrolled in the program. According to the governor of the region, holding this ceremony locally reflects the special attention the President of the Council gives to the region's populations and his firm commitment to building a united, fair, and prosperous Togo. The National Social Protection Program thus serves as a response mechanism to persistent economic pressures. Supported by several partners, the initiative seeks to strengthen the country's social safety nets.
And in its plenary session yesterday, the National Assembly gave final approval to two key financial bills, the 2025 amended budget and the 2026 initial finance bill. Both tests were passed by a large majority of members of parliament. Awefanu Chigang reports.
The National Assembly has definitively adopted the revised finance bill for the 2025 fiscal year and the initial finance bill for the 2026 fiscal year. Prior to this step, both tests had already been passed by both chambers. Both finance laws were adopted by a large majority. For the government representative, the Minister of Finance and Budget, this outcome reflects the renewed confidence of the National Assembly. Presiding over the 6th plenary sitting of the 2nd ordinary session of the year, the Speaker of the National Assembly recalled the legal provisions governing adoption at final reading. And with this final vote, the legislative process comes to an end in accordance with the rules of the bicameral parliamentary system.
The National Assembly has equally taken a major step to ensure towards financial security. Parliamentarians examined in first reading the draft bill on the fight against money laundering, the financing of terrorism, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. Approval of this bill aligns the country with international and regional standards while safeguarding its economy from financial crime. Kwesigle has more.
Money laundering, terrorism, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction are on the rise, posing serious threats to national security and economic stability. To mitigate this risk, Togo is updating its legal framework. The draft bill on fighting money laundering, terrorism financing, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction was submitted for plenary examination. After deliberation, the National Assembly adopted the bill by a large majority. The legislation introduces proportionate sanctions, expand the scope of criminalized acts, and enhance the effectiveness of measures against illicit financial flows. Through this law, Togo aligns itself with the international and regional fight against these threats, safeguarding its financial system and protecting citizens from financial crime. According to the Speaker of the National Assembly, the new law reflects the government's dedication to a secure, transparent economy, strengthens national security, and modernizes the institutional framework to protect the nation and maintain investors' confidence. By establishing a modern legal mechanism, the country is equipped with a robust framework to enhance financial transparency and ensures its fight against illicit activities.
And by a press release dated December 29, 2025, the Speaker of the National Assembly informs the honorable members of Parliament that the 7th plenary sitting of the 2nd ordinary session of the year will be held this Wednesday, 31st December 2025 at 9 a.m. at the Palace of the National Assembly. Moving on to other stories, water scarcity has gripped Kara and its neighboring prefectures since late October following the drying up of the main supply dam. In response, the president of the Council for Esazunanya Sengbe has ordered the TDE, the national company responsible for water supply, to take urgent measures to ensure residents have access to potable water. This report tells us more on the situation of drinking water supply in Kara and its surrounding areas. Basically,
the prefectures of Koza, Bina, and Dufelgu have been facing a shortage of drinking water since October. These three prefectures are supplied by the Koza Dam, which this year has experienced severe drying up. This situation is mainly due to low rainfall. The rainfall deficit, particularly pronounced in September, led to an early onset of the dry season, resulting in the gradual depletion of this water source. At the first signs of declining drinking water availability, the Togolese government, in collaboration with stakeholders in the water sector, implemented emergency measures focused on two main actions: the rehabilitation and optimization of an existing borehole and the drilling of new boreholes for drinking water supply. The government also took steps to ensure the quality of water dam for boreholes before its injection into the Togolese Water Company TDE network. Beyond these emergency measures, the government continues to implement long-term structural projects aimed at sustainably securing drinking water supply in the Karwa region. This includes the construction of a multi-purpose dam in Sarakawa, the mobilization of water resources from the Sara waterfall in Bafilo, and the construction of a dam equipped with a compact water treatment unit on the Karwa River.
To crown the year for its staff, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs honored the outstanding performance of its members of staff this Monday in Lome, awarding excellence prizes to the most deserving members of the diplomatic administration. The ceremony brought together government officials, institutional partners, as well as staff from the ministry. Here is how the event unfolded.
It is an unforgettable day for staff of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Cooperation, African Integration and Togolese abroad as they receive award for excellence and professional merits. This distinction recognizes 12 agents who have stood out for their commitment, professionalism, sense of duty, and remarkable contribution to the visibility and influence of Togolese diplomacy. The 11th edition of the Excellence Award is specifically dedicated to newly recruited civil servants. The minister in charge of Foreign Affairs praised the exemplary work of the award recipients. According to him, the quality of diplomatic action depends above all on the competence, rigor, and integrity of the women and men who serve the state on a daily basis. The honors covered several categories, including administrative performance, innovation, professional discipline, and commitment to public service. Awards for best team managers were also presented to senior staff members. Through this initiative, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs reaffirms its determination to promote a culture of excellence and professionalism.
That brings us to the end of today's edition. Thanks to my wonderful team and to you, cherished viewers, for being with us faithfully for a whole year. Stay tuned to our channel for more updates. See you next year, more prosperous than ever before. Goodbye.